Okay, good afternoon everybody. You're very welcome to join this game online. The intermediate county final between Bruff and Cappamore here in Rathkeale. So it's the second game here in Rathkeale today, where earlier on today we had a win for Killeedy in the senior final, beating Newcastle West in a very tight battle. So we expect something similar in the game here today. Beautiful conditions, pitch is looking excellent. Huge credit to the lads here in Sean Fenn's. And we're just about to get going. Dennis O'Brien is ready to throw the ball in. And Bruff. Ball won first time. Niamh Ryan, first shot of the game, and it just drifts wide. So it'll take a little bit of time for both teams to settle in. County finals are big occasions, and the team that settles the earliest, like we saw earlier on today, Killeedy got almost a 5-point lead in the first quarter, and Newcastle then managed to get into the game. So an advantage here being played for Bruff, and Dennis brings it back as there was no advantage, and it's the first free. So Niamh Ryan heading out to take the free. Just out about on the 70, and she's gone short. Runner through the middle. Good defending there by Cappamore. And a ball now into the square. Batted out by the fullback. And a lot of hooking and blocking going in there. Cappamore trying to clear their lines. And great effort. Managed to get a free. Teams very spread out here now. Not too much congestion in around the middle of the park so far. And a great flick there by Cappamore. Ball out now to Niamh. Great cut out by Amy. Playing it out to the side. And Cappamore coming in on the attack, and Lisa's in for her first score and an excellent point. Excellent first score from play for Cappamore from Lisa Leonard. First puck out now from Bruff, Aisling Inright. And the target is Niamh Ryan out this side of the field. And well cut out by Emily Hayes. And Murren Kramer has managed to draw a free. And Dennis is pointing in. So it's a free in for Cappamore. So after the early dominance by Bruff, Cappamore have found a bit of a foothold in the game and could take the lead here on 4 minutes. I'm joined on commentary here now by Audrey Dempsey from Bruff and Dennis Leonard from Cappamore, and we'll be getting their views as the game goes on. Difficult rise there. And there's a point from play. Aisling's second puck out now. Gone for distance. Good ball. She switched wings. Very good contested play over the far side. Cappamore defence quite strong at the moment. And again, not clearing the ball too far. Literally going for that pass. When they come off, they look very good. But sometimes when they don't, unfortunately, you're back under pressure again. So Bruff have turned over possession. and Cappamore now drive long down the field. The player sweeping in behind. Who's that, lads? Eva Butler, number 6. And again, good ball inside. Super ball inside. And just overcooked it and drifted out of play from Niamh Ryan. So a little bit of panic earlier on. Teams need to compose a little bit. Excellent puck out from Claire Keating. Excellent in Camogie when you have a goalkeeper that has such a quality puck out, because it really puts you on the attack straight away. Ball out to Niamh Ryan, taking on the Cappamore defence, and an excellent score off her left-hand side, which ties up the game 2-2. So Audrey, how do you think so far?
They've been a bit slow to start, but they're definitely starting to get into it now, trying to find their rhythm and finding the players a lot better. But again, it's county final day. There's always going to be a few nerves at the start. There is, yeah. Just,
county finals are hard to get to. So when you do get there, there can be that little bit of jitters. But generally, after a couple of minutes, teams begin to find their flow. Niamh went for a short free there, and apologies, Mary O'Callaghan went for a short free. So Mary's having a look. What are the options? It's within her range, I think. A dangerous ball dropping in. Good defending by Cappamore. Bit of a ruck emerging in there now. And Niamh Ryan is coming back out, and again off her left-hand side, and an excellent score. So both teams here will be looking towards their county players for that level of experience and try and get the ball to them in the most dangerous areas. So another really good puck out from Claire Keating. Mary O'Callaghan is winning that at the moment, and another ruck. And Dennis is going to blow it up. Well, Dennis, you happy with how Cappamore are settling so far?
Absolutely so far. We've had 2 attacks and 2 points. So just took maybe a couple of minutes to settle in, but they're economical so far. Another attack again here now, hopefully another score out of it.
Very economical, but I like the style of play from both teams so far, in that they are not just gathering it and welling it down the pitch. They're actually looking to hit their players in good positions, and both teams seem to be playing the lines quite a lot. So a lot of confidence in their own ability now to get on ball and to move it out. Some very good link-up play. Ball into the middle again. Niamh Ryan off her fancy left-hand side. That's a super score from the middle of the field and straight over the, I was going to say the black spot, but here in Sean Fenn's, it's blue. Very little breeze here today. Glorious sunshine. It's the days you want to look forward to when you're in a club. When you get to county final day, you don't want the conditions or anything to be favouring or going against you at any point. So both teams will be quite happy with the conditions they're playing under today. So it's a sideline ball now for Cappamore. Taking it quickly. And taking it back to retake the sideline. Not quite sure what that was about, lads. Anyone know why that was brought back?
Was she too close? Not sure.
Okay. We'll go with that, Audrey. Amy now setting up attack. Great ball inside. But Bruff defence read that, closed it out. Lisa Leonard's on ball again. Danger player inside for Cappamore. High tackle and a free. So, lads, earlier in the year, have these teams played each other?
They played a couple of weeks ago in the group stages.
How did that go?
Cappamore came out on top at the end of it, but I think both teams were going to qualify at that stage. It was a case of
one of those kind of games, yeah. Audrey, would you be of the same opinion?
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a hard battle, but like that, both teams were qualified, so I say it was a bit of experimentation going on both sides that day.
And a very good score there from Molly Hammersley. excellent point from over near the sideline, which is tough enough score to take, but she measured it well. There's no waiting around with Aisling Enright. She's getting the balls out again fairly quickly to set up another attack, but Cappamore have cut that out. And a brilliant run through the middle. But Bruff have read that play very well. It's like a frontal charge. Referee's playing an advantage. Some excellent flicks. And we're bearing down on goal after dispossessing Niamh Ryan. I'm sure they'll slag each other about that when they get back into county duty, but an excellent score from Muireann Kramer. One of the things that was very evident in the first game as well, when players really took it on to take on the teams, they got a lot of return out of it. That athleticism, we've seen one excellent score from Roisin Ambrose and then a similar score from Karen. So back now to the intermediate game. Very 50-50 so far. 4-3 lead to Cappamore. And they're on the attack again. Marie Berkery, who's got on quite a lot of balls so far in this game. Roisin O'Malley cutting inside, lost her hurley. And he pulled for a throw. Don't think she threw the ball, is what he's saying. Unlike inside in the Gaelic grounds last night, where Dinny Maloney threw away the hurley to give away a hand pass. Excellent keating by Laura. Doing very well at centre back for Cappamore. And Niamh, as we can hear from some of the spectators, Bruff have lost their shape a little bit. The last two balls that have gone inside to the full forward line. Unfortunately, Bruff had no red jerseys in there. And again, Roisin O'Malley, who would be quite happy. She's got on a lot of balls so far in this half. And an excellent clearance. First time pull on the ground. Muireann Kramer drives on. Oh, no, it's not Muireann Kramer. It's Anya O'Brien. Apologies. So, another apology. Her name is actually Amy, not Anya. Hurley around the neck, unfortunately. It's an easy free out and takes the pressure off for Bruff. About 2 minutes out from the first water break, and I think both teams will be fairly happy so far. It's pretty much nip and tuck. 4 points to 3 with Cappamore just ahead. Good defending by Muireann, and that was definitely a throw. And another great block by Mary O'Callaghan. So it's Cappamore's sideline ball. So Audrey, when heading into the first water break, will the management be happy so far?
I suppose in a way, like they should be happy. Like we haven't let Cappamore run away with it, but I suppose we need a bit more link-up play. They had a nice purple patch there where there was a lot going to hand. So maybe just a bit of the water break might give us a chance to just regroup, concentrate a bit more, and they should be happy now going into the water break.
They should, and just they need to identify that shape bit as well, because again we're looking now it's 2-1 inside there, and if ball does go in, which it will, they won't have the numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar to yourself, Dennis?
I think so. Bruff seemed to be on top in the middle third there earlier on, but in the last few minutes, Cappamore have got on top there, got a few scores from it as well.
Yeah.
So pretty even so far.
Pretty even so far, and an excellent long-range score there from Niamh Ryan. to tie the game up 4 points apiece just on 14 minutes. Another excellent puck out from Claire Keating, literally getting about 70-75 yards out of it, and a free has come out of it, and potentially another scoring chance to send Cappamore in at the first water break, a point up. Now, do you want to put the kibosh on her? So that's 2 frees, unfortunately, earlier on for Cappamore that didn't go to hand. Great work here by Mary O'Callaghan, winning the ball on the ground and then playing a very good ball inside. And good defending. Aisling O'Malley pushing out and looking to clear their lines. Bruff have the extra player. And a great hook. Work rate from Cappamore very high at the moment. Not allowing Bruff settle on the ball or let their players on. Mary O'Callaghan is setting up an attack now for Niamh Ryan. Cutting inside. And over the left shoulder again. And the same result. An excellent phase of shooting from Niamh Ryan. Just as we break now for the first water break. Okay, so after the early dominance by Bruff at the start, Cappamore got a foothold in the game, took a bit of a lead, and just now as we go into the water break after the last 5 minutes of dominance by Bruff are now ahead by 1, 5 points to 4. So Dennis, this Cappamore team now, they were up in senior about 3 years ago?
3 years ago. They won the intermediate championship.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago. It is tough in senior, and
it's tough in senior, that it is. I mean, we were just commenting earlier on today now, so we have 4 different winners in the last 4 years after the dominance of Grana, winning 5 in a row. So there's 4 teams in senior that's soon to be just a little bit ahead of the others, but Cappamore, when they were in there, put in some good performances, and this year both Napirshig and Crocora have put in good performances at senior level. So it's really about trying to get to stay up. You need that couple of years up there to build on that. Audrey, when was the last time Bruff for it? About 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah, I think it was 2014 we won the Senior B. But then they did a bit of rejig, so then we ended up going back down to intermediate. So I suppose by 2016, I'd say, was the last time, I think you're about right.
Okay. Yeah, you do need that level of competition, but you also need to be able to stay up there for a while and get a good few games. So if you can get 2 or 3 years, it really makes a big difference to your player groups, just getting the games at that level. And invariably, it's not the hurling that's the difference. It's mainly the fitness levels, the strength levels. Once you get to senior level, that's what you need to bring to the table to be able to compete at that level. But we're almost ready to go now for our second quarter. Puck out for Claire Keating. A very arrowed pass out. First touch let her down. And Bruff on the attack. Ball dropping inside. Claire Keating's off her line. Has a look. Quite confident in the ball. Has had a good stint at intercounty level. Your goalkeeper has got a lot of confidence to be able to win that ball and drive out and clear her lines. Down into the corner. Maeve Barry cleared their lines, left a really good pass inside. Oh, great hook and great chasing back. Bit of a ruck developing here. Lisa Linnard battling quite aggressively there on the ball. I think myself, I thought she had a free in initially, but it appears it's a free out. Butler looking for Mary O'Callaghan. Great hands, excellent catch. Quick turn, ball back inside. Leave Ryan's on it. Amy O'Brien, an excellent clearance from her knees. Shows a lot of commitment and skill to still look at the end product of moving that ball. Very open game. Going across the pitches, a lot of diagonal ball. Ball inside to Grace, finds Niamh, but again, tigerish defending. Ball back out to Mary O'Callaghan, and again spreads it wide. Who have we over here, Audrey?
Caroline
Number 10.
Brennan now.
Caroline. I think that's a sideline, is it? Yep. Good sideline cut, nice and low, right down the channel. Very good half-back defending. And a great through ball. Unfortunately, that ball just drifts out over the end line. Bit of a reprieve. And we set up again for another Claire Keaton puck-out. She's hitting the space over here. Roisin O'Malley on the ball, but it's turned over and it is a Bruff sideline. And Maeve Barry is about to take it. I'm just after realising that we have a county final here and we do not appear to have a lines person. Now that's quite shocking at this level. Ball down inside. Great take by Lisa Linnard, and it's a free. No lines people. No lines people. Excellent free. Excellent free. So Molly's confidence is back again. Two of those balls didn't rise up for her earlier on for two of the frees, but made no mistake there. And we're back to 5 points apiece. So it's nip and tuck here. Bruff on the attack. Excellent ball inside. Katie Hayes quite confident. Unfortunately, the clearance didn't go to plan. And Cappamore get back to clear their lines. That looked like a throw. Oh, bit of miscommunication there by Bruff, but they have managed to get away with it. And Maeve Barry, who's got on a lot of ball now in the last while. Not sure what Dennis is doing.
There's a player down over near the sideline.
Well done, Audrey. Glad somebody's got good eyesight here.
Spot her going down. I just see her down. So whether it'll be indirect free or...
So, Audrey, who's down for Cappamore? Or sorry, Dennis.
Not too sure. I can't see it. Referee's in the way.
Number 8, is it? 9? It's hard to tell. It's not easy to see the numbers.
It is actually, yeah. I've mixed up a few players here, and apologies to all our viewers. Getting some of the names mixed up. Apologies for that. And also to the referee, who I've been calling Dennis, and his name is actually Kevin. So Emily Hayes is recovered and play has resumed. I have to say the hooking and blocking again has been at a very good standard in this game. So if you are going to get anything in this game, you're really going to earn it, because both teams putting in huge commitment. Good battle there for Mary O'Callaghan on the ground, drifting back in. And we have Maeve Barry again on the ball, and this time she gets a free.
Lorraine's coming out to take it free.
Great to see Lorraine back in full flow after her injuries earlier in 20. Great ball in over the top. I'm going to assume that Kevin is giving a free out. He looks like he has the notebook out as well, so who's going into the book, lads? So Molly Hammersley is going into the book. I didn't really see the severity of that challenge. What do you think, Audrey?
Any response would probably be considered bias.
No, Audrey, you wouldn't be biased now.
Anyway.
And it's actually a card.
I think it's a harsh call from the referee, to be honest about it.
Now, to be fair to Kevin, he is quite a stickler, and he does explain things to you, so he kind of leaves you in no doubt as to why he gave it. But I didn't see what the free was in that passage of play myself. Laura Fennelly has a period of dominance there at centre back for Cappamore. She's mopping up a lot of ball and getting good clearances out the field. Good tenacious work there by the Bruff forwards, not letting the ball come out quickly, which is a brilliant sign of a good team. Niamh Ryan is on ball again now. You've been quiet for a while, but she's bursting back into the game again, and an excellent ball into the corner. Katie Fenn was conscious she was going to be hooked and didn't get the full swing in, and the ball dropped short. And Cappamore clear their lines. A lot of space in the back here now. Niamh, a quick ball back on. Guns gone very disjointed down this end of the field, as there isn't anybody inside the 45. Great chase in by Murren. Good flick by Mary O'Callaghan. Okay, we've kind of lost a bit of our shape now at the moment. We have a lot of free players. Bruff are capitalising that on the moment. And again, an excellent block down. Yeah, still moving forward. And a chop down. Kind of the easy freeze. So we're almost at the 30-minute mark, guys. Pretty much as we started, level pegging, 5 points apiece. And both teams experience elements of dominance, but not able to sustain it. Obviously, the weather is quite warm as well, and that could come into play a bit. Great ball out the line. Mary O'Callaghan, great ball down the channel. And a free out.
Bring it back. These are like a sponge. Bring it back. Okay, but will you change these? Have you got loads in the goals? You can change it. After this one, bring it back.
Claire is asking to change the slitter, but Kevin is not allowing it right now. Actually, Claire was right. It is a sponge. Didn't get any purchase on that ball. But Cappamore still in possession. I would like to think earlier on that someone had a sweeper, but I don't think anybody has a sweeper. It's just they just seem to be not getting back into position.
It's very congested in the middle of the field. Not for the players playing out from the balls.
Yeah, Katie just pulled for steps there. But again, direct running, if Katie gets the ball in her hand, she has one thing in her mind, which is to take the players on.
I would have felt she was being fouled before the steps were called, but
I actually did think there was a little bit of holding there, which she didn't get away. She was trying to drive those legs.
she has pace. And like that, if Katie gets on it, she can be very dangerous.
And a stoppage in play as there is a Cappamore player down inside in the full forward line. At least I know.
No, Molly Hammersley.
Molly Hammersley. So they don't really want to lose Molly now because she's been very good from frees so far. We're into the 32nd minute, so I'd say we're on about a minute more maybe, and that'll be it. And Molly is up and she's putting her helmet back on, so we're ready to go. Cappamore getting their team organised, a lot of communication going on the field, which is excellent to see. And Laura delivers a great ball. Another excellent block. And looks like there's a free in. That I think only Kevin knows why that was a free. Audrey took a bit of a gasp and Dennis decided to say nothing.
I don't think so. He looked like he took a name. Maybe.
Yeah,
It's hard to know. He might have just been taking note. No card anyway.
maybe we don't know the rules. Okay, so hopefully Molly's radar is okay now after her knock earlier on. So she's standing over free. She has scored from here already. And a clean rise. And it just drifting. Bruff player got a hurley to it. And they're clearing their lines, accelerating out the side. Went for the short pass and the Cappamore players read it very well. Another crossfield ball inside. Oh, an excellent ball. Just took her eye off the ball just for a fraction. And Bruff are driving out. An excellent clearance from Lorraine McCarthy, and it's gone out over the sideline. Sideline ball to Cappamore. No messing with Kevin. Just letting everyone know. Quick ball down into the corner, but I don't think the Cappamore girls were tuned into that. And it looks like Bruff are going to come away. Now we're almost into the 5th minute. And just as we say it, Kevin calls for half-time. So Audrey, I'm going to go to you first. Like to sum up the first half for me?
We were very good in the first 15 minutes. A lot of good link-up play. I don't know, did the water break maybe half ruin our momentum a small bit? Like, I'm not sure what my record's here, but I don't think we scored in the second half, or the second 15 minutes of that first half. So I think maybe just to readjust, get a chance to just, I suppose, get their bearings now again in the half time. But they're still in a good position, like we're level.
Absolutely.
So all still to play for.
And I think that's a big element in a lot of our games this year is this water break in the middle, that the team that are going well at the time after the water break is the other team that seem to kick in, and it's actually a very carbon copy of the senior game earlier on. Kaleedy went 5 points up in the first break, and when they came back out within 10 minutes Newcastle had brought it back to 5-4. So Dennis, where did that energy come from in Cappamore in the second 15 minutes?
I suppose, look, Cappamore will always fight hard anyway, and they're fighting harder to win possession. Sometimes the ball is just coming out a little bit too easy, I think. Both teams seems very congested around the middle third, where both teams are pulling players out. But I think the Cappamore management team will be pleased enough going in at half-time level. And the game's in the pot now. It's anybody's game at this stage, really.
Absolutely. And, I think that is a very good point, Dennis, that there is a lot of merging now in around the third, which wasn't there earlier on in the game, and there was a bit more fluid to it, whereas now we have a very congested middle third, but also then a very disconnected inside 45 at both ends, where ball is going in, but there isn't enough bodies in there to keep it there, and the defences are able to clear their lines.
I think Bruff initially started with maybe one or two forwards inside, and maybe the 4 players on the half-forward line, and then it got very congested in the middle. And I think Cappamore now maybe doing something similar as well to maybe counteract that a bit.
That's true. Niamh and Mary O'Callaghan were getting on a good bit of ball and setting up some good play inside, and even Niamh has hit 5 fairly long range scores really for possibly 3 of those 5. So obviously Cappamore decided we need to counter that and get bodies in there and close that space down. So to all our people that are joining, very good competitive first half, 5 points apiece, still all to play for, and we will see how they come back out in a couple of minutes. Just about to get underway here now for the second half, and just talking to Matt there from the Observer, and his coverage of Gaelic games is exemplary, and his comment was that very close game, very good opening 20 minutes, got a little bit congested and tired in the final 10, and Jerome was from the leader was also of the same opinion that standard was very good, the ball was being moved around, and again the final 10 minutes had got a bit congested, and also we believe that the sunshine is a contributing factor because huge energy levels were used there, and it's actually very warm out there, which is brilliant. So we'll see now, as we call this third quarter, the moving quarter, as to who will set themselves up for the final push. So we start again, level pecking. And we'll keep Audrey and Dennis from fighting. Then we get to the closing stages. And Cappamore on the attack, running straight through the middle. And a super goal. Referee played advantage, had his hand up, kept it up. And a super start to the second half. And I think Kevin is heading over to the Bruff bench.
I think he's maintaining that he might have cut the ball 3 times.
Yeah, there's an argument. Yeah, Bruff quite unhappy. And Mr. Bulfin is getting quite a lecture from Kevin. Okay, so Bruff rattled a bit at the start of the second half. Superb goal from Murren. Was it Murren that got that goal? Accelerated right through the middle and a brilliant shot to the net. So a great puck out from Ashling. Out to Mary O'Callaghan. Good contest on the ball. Laura winning it well, and the ball's gone off the hurley of Mary. So, Bruff rattled a bit. Ree Berkery getting a great sideline cut. Ree Berkery is actually having a fine game for Cappamore. Great ball now by Mary O'Callaghan. Ball inside, players drifted in behind the defence. First time I think that Eva is getting caught out. Loud advantage. Good save by the goalkeeper.
It was Megan Walsh that was running in on goal.
Excellent.
Great young player, up and coming. This is her first year, I think, playing adult. Megan.
Excellent. Now we're waiting to see what Kevin's going to do. Is he putting his hands out for a penalty or is it a free? And it's a penalty. So he spoke to his umpire, made the decision. And could we have a quick counter goal from Bruff after the early goal from Cappamore at the start of this second half? So Niamh Ryan stands over the ball. Bit of movement by Claire in the goal. Niamh goes for it and a brilliant goal. Low to the goalkeeper's left hand side. Got good power on it. And we're back level. So I think this game's gone down to the wire, lads.
That's a bit of excitement.
Okay, so Claire Keating again goes for long puck out. Another scrum. And Mary O'Callaghan drives out with it. Going to really need the likes of Mary and those to drive on for Bruff this half, the same way that you're looking at Murren having that huge leadership role for Cappamore. Super battling by both teams there. Very physical, getting their bodies in on it. I think Kevin might have to blow this up. It's kind of getting a little bit messy, but he's letting them play away and he's finally decided it's throw-in time. So both managements will be happy with the start of the second half, both getting a goal and keeping that competitive level up and the players' confidence well into this game so far.
Grace is getting a bit of attention there.
Yes, so one of the players from Bruff needs some attention.
Back on now.
Scarce Reardon. Niamh trying to shake off the player, gets a really good shot away and a superb point. A superb point over her left hand shoulder and straight over the bar. I think if Cappamore can keep a handle on Niamh, it'll go a long way helping them to try and win this game, because Niamh has hit all their scores so far. And great reaction from Cappamore there after that score, which had put Bruff ahead, and they now have a chance to equal that with a score for themselves as they now have a free. So Molly standing over her free. She rises the ball cleanly, gets a really good strike on it, and an excellent point. So Molly, a crucial player for Cappamore on the freeze, but also is winning quite a lot of ball as well inside in that full forward line. Crossfield ball now from Bruff, playing it inside. Amy O'Brien has seen a lot of ball for Cappamore in this game, a lot of ball down her channel. Niamh Ryan cuts inside though, plays the ball inside, and back to Niamh. Oh, good link-up play if that pass had stuck. And Cappamore get to clear the lines. You really need those passes to stick. Oh, brilliant flick. Excellent defence there from Eva. Ball back out to Mary. She cuts inside, gets the advantage, but Mary finishes anyway. An excellent score from Mary O'Callaghan. Now, what will the Cappamore response be? And again, a monster puck out from Clare, but just a little bit too far from Murren. Brilliant ball down the line. Bruff are out first. And it's a sideline ball for Cappamore.
Back 10, please, Stephen.
Mary driving out.
Great work from Cappamore.
Massive closing down by Cappamore. Mary went for the one-handed clearance, unfortunately it didn't come off and got pulled for over-carrying. Eva Butler coming across. No, that's Laura Fennelly. Laura Fennelly coming across to take this one.
Both players standing really close.
Definitely.
Absolutely. 5 yards away. That looks like another free to me there.
They've cleared their lines now at the moment, and a massive collision here. Ball played back. God, every player is really earning everything they get here today. Close contact play. Sharon Bulfin plays the ball deep inside. Super catch. And Cappamore turn it over. And it appears...
I think he just held up the play because the players don't mean to really get the free.
Not sure what's happening here. Is it a free or is it a...
Given a free. I thought he named the two players that came in as kind of a two-man tackle kind of a thing.
Seems to be in his
That was my understanding.
book as well, yeah.
But I could be completely off in reading the situation.
He seemed to only... He didn't blow straight away for a free.
Yeah.
He left it run for a few seconds, and then when Niamh went down, he blew the whistle.
Yeah, it does appear it's a free in, which if this goes over, we'll push Bruff ahead by 2 points for the first time in a good while since earlier on in the game.
Yes, scores are hard to come by at the moment. Both teams have to work very hard for them. So anything like this, hopefully we put over.
Yeah, we don't want to put the curse on her now, Audrey. But the way Niamh is playing so far, you'd be confident.
Yeah.
And she has put Bruff now into a 2-point lead for the first time since the early quarter in the game. And it also brings Niamh's tally to a goal and 8 points.
It's great work by Lisa in there, keeping that ball down there.
This massive work rate by both sets of forwards when they're in the defensive role, which is really, really good to see. Unfortunate, threw it up and caught it. But the work rate by both teams in closing down, hooking and blocking, it's really a credit now to those players. Hot conditions. And I think defenders and midfielders love to see that when they see their forwards playing the defensive role very well. So Niamh standing over the free. I think it got away from her. It's going to land short. Claire Keating quite confident as the ball came in. And they get a reprieve. Is that Grace that blocked down that?
Yeah, Grace Reardon.
Cappamore on the attack again. Bit of time to look around. Crossfield ball. Lisa's gone very deep now, playing way out the field. And it's gone on a really good run now. Where's the end product now? She's got players to help her. And actually she got her own free, which is a massive play by Lisa. A lot of effort in that. Now if we have Lisa gone that deep and we have Murren dropping between half forward and midfield, what are our options inside, Dennis?
Well, the substitute has gone in there, Orla Lonergan. She came on there at half time, and Molly's staying inside as well. But there's not much ball going into the full forward line at this stage. Need to be getting that ball in a bit quicker.
Absolutely, and Lisa was a really good target inside in the first half and got a good return from that. So a bit of a breather. We're also about a minute away from our second water break of the game. And it's just a 2-point game. Ashton gone for a ball out the side. And good play by Caroline Brennan. Megan Walsh battling hard for that ball. Really well playing along the ground. But Cappamore cut out the threat. And we're upfield again now, and a great ball inside. Now Dennis will see what's going to happen in here.
Just come out, it's a little bit too easy there.
Yeah, Lorraine showing all her inter-county experience, raising that ball just off the break and got a good clearance. Chopped down. So Audrey, are Bruff a little bit happier going to this water break?
Yeah, they should be. Like, we're still 2 points ahead, but like that Lee can go in the puck of a ball. So no, they need to keep the work rate up, which they are doing, and they're looking for the player. There's no reckless passes. So no, if they keep going the way they are, like it is looking promising, but again, it's very early to tell.
Yeah, we were kind of joking about it being a bit like in the golf. The third day is a moving day. So Bruff have made a bit of a statement with a 2-point lead. And we have another stop in play as a player is injured.
I think it's Sharon Bulf and it's down.
Okay, we'll see now. Will Saoirse give out as much when one of the other players?
There's a reaction there to something anyway. Oh, Sharon's up.
Okay, so Kevin's getting a bit of a telling off from someone over there.
The Bruff players getting a booking here, I think.
Because the Bruff player that's down.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
She said something to the referee there.
okay. Kevin laying down the law. He has issued a card to the injured player. I think I can hear Pauline McCarthy. Very on top of the rules of the game. And the ref is throwing in the ball. They're all getting very animated, and it looks like
There'll be another booking.
Kevin.
No, he's talking to Saoirse.
Kevin is now having another prolonged chat with Saoirse. Emotions get high in matches, and especially on county final day. And the end result, I believe, is a free for Bruff. Is it a free for Bruff, or what way is it?
Yeah, Neve's standing over it anyway.
I'd say we'll be heading into the water break on this one. And it looks like that Bruff have a 3-point lead. Kevin's not going for the water break yet. He's allowing play on. And a great ball forward by Moran. Great touch by Molly inside. Oh, good defending. Who's that?
Lorraine.
Lorraine again. Because there was a threat on there if Molly got that ball into the hand. Eva Butler, yeah, clearing their lines. And great work rate again, getting the bodies back. Caroline Brennan got in a good hook there and has played a really great ball forward. Is there a sub for Bruff, number 16?
No, that's Grace. She started.
Oh, apologies. Good defending by Cappamore. Going to clear their lines. But the work rate, hooking and blocking is brilliant. That was excellent. Excellent play by Bruff. Had no reason to win that ball, but didn't give up on it. Kept chasing and chasing. So Niamh Ryan standing over another free, which if she lands it, will push the gap out to 4. Good strike from Niamh, finds the target. And Kevin has now called the water break on nearly 16, 17 minutes, 20 minutes.
There were a few stoppages there though.
Quite a few stoppages, that's correct. So Audrey, what's the team talk over there now?
Keep going the way we are, I suppose. Yeah, just keep going, looking for no reckless passes, which has been great actually to see. There's been no selfish play, nothing reckless. They've been always looking for the player, they've been looking up. So I suppose more of the same, try and keep it going.
Okay. And Dennis, Cappamore,
We
well in this.
we have it all to do though. We scored the goal, I suppose, look, 1 minute into the first half, and since then we've only added a point. So we've it all to do for the last. Well, we're on 20-minute mark now, so we've for 10 minutes to go. There's a lot to be done.
Yeah, I still think though Cappamore, it's the small little things they're getting punished for. It's the little frees, the little holding. They're the kind of ones that frustrate you, both as a player and as management at times. That they're the ones then, and unfortunately with Niamh being on her game at the moment, she's really punishing all of those. So I still think Cappamore have a big say in this game. I think they'll have a good final quarter. They have a lot of leaders out there, a lot of good players. They still seem to be moving very well. It's just that final thing that's just catching them.
Cappamore, like Bruff, Cappamore are working really hard. We just haven't got into the scoring positions in the second half.
I'm just wondering, should Lisa go back inside? She was getting return from that in the first half. I know Murray needs some assistance out here, but I think Marie Berkery is still playing quite well as that other player in around the midfield, that if they could just get that ball inside and get it to stick inside. You mentioned once or twice there, Dennis, that the ball was coming out too easily. If they can get it in and keep it in there and then possibly even get it free themselves. But at the present moment, the Bruff players are coming out too easily with that ball. So the referee is just after telling the umpires there that there's going to be 13 minutes left once this game commences. So we're going to set the timer here.
Still a lot of time to turn the game on its head.
Absolutely, 13 minutes. So if Cappamore could start now like they did the start of the second half and get a goal or even a point at this stage, give them a bit of confidence. It's been a while, Dennis, since they got a score. So.
Well, girls there, Cappamore, if they get on the ball and they get a run towards goal, they can create openings.
Yeah. Very dangerous, yeah. Definitely. Need to keep our concentration out for the next.
Absolutely. So 13 minutes left in this intermediate final. Kevin pulling for his shoulder. And Mary O'Callaghan is back to take that free. Good strike by Mary O'Callaghan. Just playing down the line. Megan back to Niamh Ryan. Goalkeeper has the sun in her eye. I actually could see Claire Keating had the hand up trying to deflect from the sunlight there, which is quite difficult.
Grace had made the run in. She's very unlucky now not to finish that. But still, it was great play by link-up play there between Megan and Niamh.
Yeah, and I liked the free as well. Mary played it down, opened up the space inside. They were trying to get Mary on the ball, and we have Niamh now standing over at 45. They're just getting the breaks at the moment, Dennis.
Absolutely. Sometimes you make your own breaks.
Well, I was actually about to say that, yeah. Now,
That might be a little bit of a break for Cappamore.
speaking of breaks, Dennis, there's one. Unfortunately, Niamh just pulled that free. So let's see what the response is now from Cappamore. Doing an excellent puck out. Cappamore on the attack. Great ball inside. Into the two-person inside full forward line. Great pickup. And a great shot. And a good save. Tipped it over. Is that a point? Yeah, tipped it over. That was heading for the top corner, lads. So goalie had to get the hurley up there. So first score for Cappamore in a while. So we know there's still life in them. And they're going to be pushing on for the next 10 minutes now. Still 10 minutes left in this intermediate final. And it's a Cappamore sideline ball. So if they can capitalise now on that last point, we're only looking at a 3-point game. Low sideline ball, very good. Got a good bit of pace on it. Ball back inside again. Lisa's on it. Space is after opening up. Crucial flick. And he's actually giving a free out. Massive flick there by... I'm going to say it was Lorraine that got that flick in.
So too. It was either herself or me, but two of them were in and around there.
That was a crucial interception there because
She was looking dangerous.
Lisa was looking dangerous, yeah. And that's why I was thinking that Lisa needs to stay in that part of the field. She really is a threat if she can get the ball in there to her.
Things are starting to open up a little bit there, so hopefully a bit of a break. Cappamore might get a goal from it.
I think they'd settle for a point now at this stage. It's still okay, goal will be massive. But even a point gives them that confidence for the final 10 minutes to know they're still in within a puck of ball of it. And again, unfortunately, a very soft free player in front. You really just have to stand them up. Any bit of momentum forward at all, the forward's going to feel it, go down, it's going to be free in.
Yeah.
So after a great bit of work to get a score back and get it back to a one-score game, Niamh right now is on a free again. Well done. Claire Keating got her hand to that. It looked like it was dipping in under the crossbar. I don't think Niamh would have been happy with the strike, but it still looked dangerous. So still a 3-point game. Mary O'Callaghan's attacking. Great crossfield ball. Bit too far for Niamh Ryan. And Cappamore now get to clear their lines and set up out into the middle of the park. Muireann Kramer battling hard. Katie Finn. That looked like square ball, lads. No, it's Lown playing on. Low ball. Yep. And a super long clearance down now. Possession crucial now in this part of the field. Oh. Unfortunate there. Jessie Ryan coming out with the ball, kicked it on, and unfortunately just went out over the sideline. Marie Berkery playing the ball inside. Oh, that's Katie. Katie's really burst into the game in the last 5 minutes. She's got on a lot of ball now. And Cappamore again, win possession, play the ball into that middle field. Breaks from Muireann. Oh, just drifted to the right of the post. So, Cappamore are coming with that push that we expected.
I've no doubt Cappamore will finish strong. We just need to get the scores.
Yeah.
Laura McCarthy's coming on there now for Megan Walsh. Yeah, so they'd obviously push Megan into the corner forward position.
Yep.
And Laura's going directly in.
So, Laura's back in now. So Megan Walsh has put in a big shift out midfield and then back in the full back line. So she's been called ashore now for the last few minutes. Orla Donoghue picks up the break in midfield. Oh, it's a chop, Kevin. I think he's allowing advantage maybe, or... No advantage there. Super play by Muireann. Excellent first touch. Here comes the hit. Yeah. Oh! God, he pulls her for steps.
That's what he's signaling anyway. I'll even admit that was harsh.
Done, Audrey. So 6 minutes left. 3-point game. Ball clears everybody. Oh, somebody got a touch on that, did they? The clearance didn't happen. There's Katie Finn again, lads. So Katie seems to have burst alive in the last 10 minutes. She's really on a lot of ball. And she seems to be full of running as well.
Yeah, I think they've kind of moved her into midfield. She was on the wing.
Yeah.
But I think when she kind of gets that freedom, she can go and she'll run all day for you.
Yeah. So hard to come out with that ball, lads. Rough defending, trying to hold their lead. Cappamore now have pushed back. They still have the two inside full forward line. Claire Keating encouraging her players, getting them to drive on for the last 6 minutes. That player sweeping in at the back again for Bruff. Picks it up. It's Orla O'Donoghue, clears the ball downfield. And the ball has beaten everybody inside. The foot race is on. Aisling drives out. Frontal charge, he gets her free. Putting the body on the line there, Aisling. First touch was very good, got it up into her hand. Laura Fennelly got tied up there. Ball still gets to Lisa. Good block down. 3 players around her, 3 Bruff players. So work rate, hooking and blocking is still as strong as it was in the first few minutes. Excellent first time pull along the ground. Don't think the players inside knew it was coming. And Cappamore again get to rue a chance, unfortunately. Bruff clear their lines. Good block by Mary O'Callaghan. And Mary O'Callaghan has put in a really good shift today. Ooh, very wild swing. I hear people shouting, drop it in, drop it in. Don't waste
2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
It's on 32 minutes now.
Now when you call 13, so we still have 2 minutes left, yeah.
And there hasn't been too many stoppages, so I doubt there'll be too much injury time.
No. So are they going to drop this in? Actually, that's not a bad strike. Who have it? Oh, and they're driving out. Lorraine again, brilliant. Driving out. And a really good clearance down the line. Niamh Ryan bursting onto it. Sets herself up, plants the feet. And it just drifts wide. Kevin seems to be looking at his watch. No, still more time. He's allowing the play on. Lisa's on it. Ball in field. Good touch. And a super block by Niamh Ryan. Good hand pass back. Oh, an excellent block down. Again, Orla O'Donoghue had been quiet for parts in the game, but has really in the last quarter been on a lot of ball. And Bruff, huge work rate, turn over the ball, and it's a sideline. We reckon there's about a minute left. He's into the final 30 seconds of what he said from time-wise earlier on. Laura driving out, being chased. Katie Hayes coming out here now with the ball. She needs some support.
I don't know why he didn't play at that time.
Katie Fenn was heading for the hills there, but unfortunately he's pulled it back for a free. Now Katie Hayes, you actually felt sorry for her there. She did really well to win the ball out there, but she had no options here on the sign to get the pass, and she had two Bruff players closing her down. So this could be the insurance point if he does allow much more time. Good strike from Niamh, but it looks like it's drifting. Oh no. Goalkeeper has it. Again, great pressure by Bruff, and he has blown the full-time whistle. So it's a win for Bruff. Well, Audrey, sum it up.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, they had it last year getting to the county final again against Cappamore or Crocora, and like losing that day, like a lot of the girls, we a lot of the same team that's out there, so that whole defeat was very raw. So I suppose they're really going to cherish this now, and like they deserve it. They've worked hard, especially I know with the year that's been in it. It was a bit like, do you train? How do you train? Because obviously people couldn't meet up. But I know they've put in the work now ever since the restrictions were lifted, and like they deserve it now. They really, really do.
Excellent. Dennis, the Cappamore review.
Look, it's a very disappointing result, but one thing you can't fault is the work and effort that the Cappamore players put in today. I mean, they're hooking, they're blocking, they're fighting, and work for the ball really was excellent. I suppose it was really after Cappamore got the goal until the water break there in the second half. We went down maybe 4 points at that stage, but every other part of the game was even the whole way through.
Absolutely, and I think really, that third quarter where Bruff just got that little bit away from them. They got a couple of frees, won a few dirty ball, won some of those ruck balls, and then Niamh obviously from the place balls, etc., just gave them that little gap, and that was very hard then for Cappamore to close that out in the fourth quarter. But again, brilliant match, huge for both teams, huge effort. As the lads have mentioned, the hooking and blocking showed a huge commitment by both teams, but the loss of 2019 for Bruff has really driven that group of players on, and so then to get back into the county final, having lost a county final, is sometimes huge motivation for a team, and have got their reward today. And I'm sure, having looked at the quality in that Cappamore team, that they might look at that as being their springboard for next year. If they keep that group of players together and come back, and hopefully next year we won't be having COVID or anything like that, and we'll be back to full training. So again, a huge well done to Bruff. Delighted group of players with their management out there at the moment in the middle of the pitch. And commiserations to Cappamore, who are huddled together, staying together, and we'll look back on this and take some learnings from it. So thanks to everybody that joined us, and we're just getting set up now for the trophy presentation.
Firstly, on behalf of Limerick County Board, I would like to thank the Bob Garden for hosting the event today. Thank you very much to our referee, Kevin O'Brien, and his umpires. Well done and a great job. Firstly, commiserations to Cappamore. I have to say it was a fantastic game of camogie. There was absolutely nothing between both sides, and it was a very enjoyable game. Everybody would have to agree. Well done to Bruff. Congratulations. Firstly, we're going to do the player of the match, but then we're very honoured today to have, I suppose our cup is in memory of the great James Brown from Crocora. So we're absolutely delighted for Bruff as well. Sorry, yes, I actually went to school with him in Bruff, but I'm delighted to have Ethel, Sinead and Sarah here. And Sinead is wearing her dad's GEA jersey today. I'm sure James will be so proud looking down here today.
To start off, first off, congratulations to Bruff. Fantastic performance, so well done. In relation to the player of the match, obviously, you know, one player doesn't win a championship, you know, so there was huge amount of quality players on both sides. So there's a few players we want to mention for their performances. Marie Berkery from Cappamore, tremendous performance all through. Merlin Kramer and Lisa Leonard, massive contribution and work rate all through. On the other side, on the winning side, we had Lorraine McCarthy, an absolute rock in defence, driving out each time with ball, setting up plays. Mary O'Callaghan back to her best. And then the icing on the cake and the player of the match for the intermediate final 2020, Niamh Ryan.
And you might have a look here for me as well.
You're supposed to have your hand on this.
Yeah, so you can grab the order. Thanks.
There you go. Hand up.
Could I call on the captain of Bruff, please, Lorraine McCarthy? Look there. And I'll just call on Ethel and her two daughters. I'll give you the cup. 1 second.
Sorry, man. Where's your camera?
Put in there. We'll just give you a second. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. And you might have a look here again. Okay.
1 second, please. Hold it.
Yeah. Okay.
You alright?
Okay.
Oh, one more.
No, quick.
We'll just call on the captain now, Lorraine, to say a few words.
Yeah. Give it a round lift anyway first. I just want to say a special thanks to Ethel and the girls. It's very special to receive this cup today, especially seeing as we have Shelley and Rachel on the team as well, so a special thanks. I didn't prepare much now, so it'll be simple enough. Thanks to the Bog Garden and Rackeel for facilities today, they were absolutely unbelievable. To the ref and all his officials, county board, and then to Cappamore, who had a super game today, put it up to us every step of the way, and I'm sure they'll be back next year. So 3 cheers for Cappamore. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! And then just a real special thanks to Shorsha, Tony and Eamon, who've been with us this year. They've given it everything for 10 weeks and more, even through lockdown, so a really big thanks to the lads. They've been super with us this year and brought us a long way, so we finally got over the hurdle today. And then I want to mention 3 players today, Sarah, Shelley and Marion, who are a very special part of the team and weren't togged off today. And that's it. Thanks very much. Well done.
Everyone knows. Even though it's COVID, I know. Give it 3 hours. I know, I'm like, I miss anyone.
As you can cheer away now if you want. Bring it back another bit.
Oh, wide side lens with the lads have to come in.
No lens for us.